All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking something genuinely fascinating in the motorcycle world. We are looking at the newest and, remarkably, the smallest member of a legendary adventure family, the Suzuki V-Strom 160. If you're a US rider who really craves exploration, but maybe feels a bit intimidated by those massive 500-pound touring bikes, well, this breakdown is absolutely for you.
Okay, let's dive right into our agenda for today. First, we'll cover the legacy of the V-Strom. Second, we'll officially meet the V-Strom 160. Third, we'll dig into the engine and performance specs. Fourth, we'll look at the suspension, brakes, and tires. And finally, we'll wrap up with the tech and touring features.
Starting things off with Section 1, Legacy of the V-Strom.
You know, to truly understand the V-Strom 160, we kind of have to respect exactly where it comes from. Suzuki's whole journey into adventure touring kicked into gear back in the mid-90s with the Freewind 650, which was a highly innovative touring concept for its time. Then, stepping into the early 2000s, Suzuki launched an absolute game-changer, the V-Strom 650, followed closely by the muscular V-Strom 1000. These bikes cemented a massive legacy of reliable, road-focused touring with their V-twin engines. But notice the shift in 2018. Recognizing that not everyone wants a heavy 1000cc machine, they introduced the V-Strom 250, opening the door for lower displacement, accessible adventure. Fast forward to 2024, and they debuted the V-Strom 160, deliberately designed to bring the adventure segment to absolutely any type of user.
Which brings us to Section 2, Meet the V-Strom 160.
So, you might be wondering, what exactly makes a 160cc bike ready for an adventure? I mean, usually, we picture massive engines and towering seat heights, right? How does a smaller displacement bike actually fit into this grand touring category?
Well, the answer really lies in its versatility. On one hand, it's totally built for highway touring and city commuting. It's perfectly comfortable for the open road or navigating daily traffic. But on the other hand, it has this awesome alter ego for light off-road and unpaved paths. In the source material, they refer to this as distapado suave, basically smooth, unpaved terrain. So while it's definitely not designed for aggressive motocross trails, it possesses specific geometry and features that let you confidently turn off the pavement and explore a dirt road to go find that hidden campsite.
Let's get into the hard numbers in Section 3, Engine and Performance Specs.
So, what's powering this thing? The V-Strom 600 is powered by a one-cylinder, air-cooled engine with electronic fuel injection, pushing out 14.9 horsepower. But the real key to its identity here is its accessibility. First off, it hits a highly approachable price point of roughly $3,500 US. Plus, the curb weight is incredibly light at just about 330 pounds, and the seat height sits at an easy 31.3 inches. If you're an entry-level US rider, or honestly just someone looking for maximum confidence without wrestling a top-heavy machine, this low rate and approachable height mean you are completely in control. You really won't even need to worry if you skip leg day.
And hey, we literally can't talk touring without talking fuel. It boasts a 13-liter tank. That's almost 3.5 gallons. Pair that capacity with an efficient, fuel-injected 160cc engine, and you might actually forget what a gas pump looks like during your weekly commutes. It just provides massive practicality and way fewer stops at the station during your long highway trips.
Moving right along to Section 4, Suspension, Brakes, and Tires.
You know, Suzuki definitely didn't skimp on quality just because this is a smaller bike. Up front, it features a 276mm disc and a 220mm disc in the rear, and both are backed by independent dual-channel ABS. That is a premium safety feature that gives you immense confidence in unpredictable weather or on slick surfaces. For suspension, we have an adjustable KYB central monoshock in the rear, so you can tweak the preload depending on if you're riding solo or totally loaded down with touring luggage. Finally, it rolls on 17-inch rims wrapped in Pirelli Sport Demon tires. These are dual-purpose tires with a really wide tread pattern designed to handle pavement beautifully while still gripping that light off-road terrain we talked about earlier.
And that brings us to our final stop, Section 5, Tech and Touring Features. Now, what's fascinating here is how many of these features are usually expensive aftermarket add-ons, but not on this bike. You get full LED lighting all around for maximum visibility and a sleek inverted digital dash that's easy to read even in direct sunlight. But the true touring DNA shines with a built-in USB charging port for your phone or GPS, factory hazard lights right there on the handlebar, and an absolute lifesaver, an included central stand for chain maintenance on long trips. Suzuki built this road trip ready right out of the factory, which makes that $3,500 value even more impressive. Visually, the bike stays entirely true to its roots. It is available in the iconic V-Strom yellow, which instantly screams Suzuki Adventure, along with sharp white and blue and sleek black options. It just perfectly grounds the modern 160cc design right back into the classic aesthetic we discussed at the very beginning.
As we wrap up today, I want to share this quote from the original source presentation. When introducing this bike, they stated the ultimate goal is simply to get out and ride motorcycles, which is what we all love. I absolutely love that, because it perfectly connects all these technical specs, the fuel injection, the ABS, the USB ports, right back to the emotional core of why people buy motorcycles in the first place. It's all about the joy of the ride.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Does the V-Strom 160 prove that true adventure isn't defined by engine size, but by the spirit of the ride? By offering manageable weight and accessible seat height and incredible fuel efficiency, Suzuki is really inviting an entirely new wave of riders into the adventure segment. Keep exploring, keep learning, and I genuinely hope this explainer gave you a fantastic new perspective on what makes a true adventure motorcycle. See you next time.